Welcome back to Pokémon Blue version. In between, I've given each of my Pokémon a couple of levels, because today we're going to do something that is entirely missable. We're going to go west of Viridian City to check out Route 22. This is the route that you take to the Pokémon League, where any Pokémon trainer worth their salt must take this walk. Just the thing I was waiting for. I was going to save you for later. So, this is Nidoran Female. Before genders were something that was universal across most Pokémon, you had this. There is also a Nidoran Male, but they are exceptionally rare to Pokémon Blue at the moment. So we're just gonna fight this Nidoran for a bit. Try to get her low enough. And... oh. Alright, that takes care of the catch in this area. I mean, Nidoran Male is usually the better of the two Nidorans. Sexism aside, it gets Horn Attack, which is incredibly strong. But you work with what you got. For now, the Pokémon League awaits. I don't need no stinking badges. Yes, they did, off screen. And you're gonna need it because this is Rival Battle number 2. Right away, this Pidgey is dangerous. Level 9. Gust attacks messing me up left and right. We might actually need to get a bit more aggressive. Granted, this is not the fight I'm really worried about. When your Pokémon are weak, the game lets you know it. So that's Pidgey dealt with. Now we have to worry about the Bulbasaur. For the record, I made a goof. I thought Gust was flying. It isn't flying until Gen 2. But that's not what we're worried about. Right now, we're just gonna blow some pocket sand in this Bulbasaur's face. That is Bulbasaur's signature attack, Leech Seed. It throws a couple seeds on the ground. They attach itself to the Pokémon of choice, and it leeches health off of that Pokémon. Bulbasaur's gonna be kind of passive, just growling and leech seeding, trying to get health back that it never really lost. Okay, so we're going to use one of our potions on Squirtle. This actually breaks Leech Seed. Bulbasaur would need to apply it again. And now we're back to this situation. Since Bulbasaur has a lot of sand in its eyes, it can't exactly fight back reliably. With that, we're just gonna whittle down the Bulbasaur. Could use Bubble, wouldn't be as effective. But that's okay. Nothing to worry about. Sure, I did. So that fight is entirely optional. In fact, if you do so with only your starter Pokemon, you don't buy any Pokeballs, you don't catch any Pokemon, you just do a solo starter Pokemon, you can go back to Professor Oak and actually get 5 Pokeballs for free. Considering we needed Pidgey just to get through that encounter. Ooh, sorry. Clicked you twice. No, our business is concluded. With that little intermission out of the way, we're actually going to walk towards Route 2. Before we read our little trainer tip here, of which I have already done. Take note of this branch here. I didn't point it out in the first episode. This particular branch is noteworthy. For reasons much later. Anyhow, Route 2. It's sort of the byway between Viridian City, which we just came from, and Pewter City, where we are headed. We're just gonna walk through this area. Give our Nidoran female a chance to sort of shine, get used to battle. Alright, moment over. Back to Squirtle. If a Pokemon participates in a battle, be it wild or be it something later, like fighting trainers, they gain XP. So, basically common directive, common sense, is to put a Pokemon out there that's notably weaker and have it start the fight. Then switch over to a Pokemon that can get the job done. Oh, you don't know the half of it. The Viridian Forest. Welcome to the maze that is the Viridian Forest. We're gonna pick up an antidote right away. Just to be sure, I have 6 of them. I'm probably gonna need all of them. So, we're gonna walk through some grass really quick to grab an item. Whatever we encounter, there are 2 specific bugs I'm looking for. Whichever one we encounter, we'll catch that, ignore the other. That speeds up the process. So this is Metapod. It is an evolved form of one of those bugs. We're just gonna bubble this for a second. Because Metapod, its only ability is to harden and raise its defense. This is good for us. If an unevolved Pokemon fights an evolved Pokemon, it gains a little more experience. Seeing as Metapod is going to be incredibly passive, we're actually going to just whittle it down. I'm pretty sure in later generations, yeah. Eventually, its defense becomes so potent that it can't raise it any higher. So, I would prefer a bug, since the only thing that Metapod would have is Harden. Come on, Buggy. Not the Buggy I'm looking for. Well, it still works out. Critical hits are a thing. We're just gonna let Nidoran do her thing for a moment. So it's better to catch these bugs unevolved, because there are attacks that they can obtain that they wouldn't have otherwise. Namely, Metapod has, like, no attacks at all. So we're just gonna flip about a bit. Money's kind of tight. Well, we're just not. This is luck of the draw. So I'm not gonna dawdle too much. We actually do have to get this show on the road. Plus, level grinding here is kind of important, because levels are going to rise up in a big way. Real quick. Alright, we're just gonna move on briefly to a trainer battle. When two trainers lock eyes with one another, a battle is imminent. It is simple courtesy. This is one of the bugs I'm looking for. Weedle. We're gonna have Squirtle fight each of these bug encounters. That's because it speeds things up, and Squirtle is the strongest member of my team at the moment. So, typing comes into play here. Pidgey, being a flying type, being a bird, really good for situations like this. This is the other bug, Caterpie. I'm fine with either. If I had a choice between the two, it would probably be Caterpie. But, you know, sometimes you deal with the hands you're dealt. So Pidgey's just gonna take on that fight all by itself. Fun fact, Pidgey has a native flying move. It's not going to get this for a while, but, you know, it has one. What are you talking about? I can do both. I can jam out and be a Pokemon trainer. Weird as it sounds. So sometimes trainers will have multiple Pokémon. They will be, sometimes, lower level to sort of spread them out. Alright. Weedle has Poison Sting. Attack I'm kind of afraid of, because if the Sting hits just right, that Pokémon can be poisoned. And poison is an effect that carries over in between battles. AKA if you're just walking around. Alright. We're gonna switch back to Squirtle. Kakuna is the other cocoon type. I see what you did there. We're gonna use Squirtle to whittle it down, for the sake of time. I would normally just throw the lower level Pokemon right at it. I would shift into it, but just speeding things up. We're gonna use Nidoran. Not gonna say no. I'm not gonna turn down this fair amount of experience. Just hope Nidoran gets things done as fast as possible. Which she did. Good girl. So for this Weedle, we're going to switch over to Pidgey. Pidgey is going to take us through the rest of this trainer battle. String Shot lowers your speed. Speed is not the issue here. That's the issue. When the screen shakes like that, your Pokemon has just been poisoned. Luckily, since Pidgey finished off the fight instantly, like immediately afterwards, we're not going to take a single step. We're going to treat that poison immediately. Alright, go up here. Collect the antidote and have it replace the one we just used. I believe we go up and around. Yeah, it's not really a maze as it is more of a side-winding back-and-forth adventure. Go over here, grab another potion. We may need it soon. And now you show up. So this Caterpie, we're going to try and catch it. It's gonna serve us well. And deep breath on that one. I was worried the Squirtle would not pull its punches. Three. No, that's okay. Right before we fight this next trainer. Of note, if I had picked Bulbasaur here, he would have had a hard time going through this village. Grass types don't really get along with bugs, or, for that matter, poisonous bugs. Also, this is a bit of a strong Weedle. Level 9, for that matter. If you're noticing a bit of a problem, Weedle evolves really quick. So quick, in fact, that this Weedle here, this level 9 Weedle, should have evolved by now, but you know, courtesy's a thing. So yeah, poison is continuous. We're gonna switch out really quick. Poison Sting isn't really that harmful of an attack. So Rattata here can get its tackle problem-free. Thank you. Alright. Stopping in our tracks. Treating the poison. I've been very fortunate. And as soon as we're across this path, we are out of Viridian Forest. A special Pokémon move we won't get until much later. Like, of note, there are Pokémon that live only in certain places. Forests, caves, the water, what have you. So we'll deal with that patch of grass a little later. For right now, I need to rest. Because we're at the end of our episode. We fought our rival, we made it through Viridian Forest, we made a couple of new friends. And now next time, we're going to look around this city. Trainer tips. Always do that. Always do that. We're going to look around this place, which is Pewter City. Next time, we're doing the Pewter City Gym and going to attempt to get our first badge. See you later.